Black people, it's all about the unity. They can do it, so ain't nobody.
We are in a state of emergency. Prejudice. Want a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind.
Black people, it's all about the unity. They can do it, so ain't nobody looking me. I get along with this. Bring it down to this Myron. Black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody looking me. Like that, we keep making praise. Bring it down to this Myron.
Peace, family, knowledge. I'm so Sister J. I'm so Sister D. And I just wanted to say thank you for all the people who helped to the medical fundraiser for my uncle Taalik. And it has meant so much to us that you would help because without you guys, this life would not be possible and we would not be living today right now. And I just want to say for all of you that helped and that donated, I would really like to give a big thanks. And I hope I can meet you one day and say thank you in person. I love you guys. And
we want to make sure that we're not just working to be first, but we're working to be right. A lot of times there are situations when things are just happening so fast. It's always important to be fast, but we always want to be right.
I ordered this book, God is on Trial. I ordered this book from Amazon, and I must say I've read it. It's very well written, very thought-provoking. And so, sisters and brothers like Alberta Parrish, again, God is on Trial. It is a provocative, thought-provoking, very real and honest point of view regarding the gods of major religions or the Abrahamic religions, and why those of us who follow these belief systems should be asking the same kind of questions instead of just blindly accepting and following.
Everybody who is black and interested in black people, let us sit down and find out how we can get together in one direction against one enemy and accomplish this job overnight.
This is Dusty Basement Studios, and we approve of this message.
Hey, my brother, you know I had to call you and thank you personally again. I cannot just go to you how happy I was to meet you in person, Myron. That was just like amazing.
Come on in. We will not be educated by doctors' illusions.
To bring out perfect harmony, Terry Ellis becomes the first of the divas to offer the world her singular sound. And she does just that on
of black people. It's all about the unity and nothing they can do with it. So ain't nobody
in a state of emergency. Want to show about it? Like the hit? Here it go. Free your because I keeps it real like that. I keep it real.
In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what we call the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program. No matter where you may find me, I am known as the mighty, mighty, mighty Angel Snuff Nuff 7. I am your soul brother, number one. I would like to first greet all of you, the deacons of reality, those in the chat room, those who are listening, and those who will be listening to this broadcast, this live stream at a later time. I thank you so much for taking out of your holiday a few hours to spend here with us as we as we present our usual nonsense. That's what some out here in YouTube land, that's what they will say to us. What we bring to the table is nonsense. Well, I can accept your opinion that what we bring is nonsense, but I would argue the same point that you bring more nonsense, and your nonsense has wasted millions of dollars every year making false promises, selling false hopes and dreams, telling lies to the people. Your nonsense. Your nonsense. On the 4th of July, you have told the people for the last 100 years, I'm working, I'm fighting to build an independent, quote unquote, black nation. And this nation has yet to appear. But we're the ones talking nonsense, and that could be true, but you cannot accuse us of taking millions and millions of your dollars, your time and your labor, and selling you false hopes and dreams and give you nothing. Our nonsense has caused nobody to feel stupid when they have given you their time and their labor and millions of dollars, and you ain't got a pot to piss in. Your nonsense. That's what your nonsense has done. So I don't mind spilling my nonsense, because you cannot accuse my nonsense of taking and raping and robbing the people and telling lies and giving the people nothing. You cannot accuse us of that, but I can accuse you of that. Every year, you take millions and millions of dollars from the masses, selling false dreams and hopes, and you give nothing. Your Pan-African nonsense, your pro-black nonsense, your Christian nonsense, your Islam nonsense, your Moorish Science Temple nonsense, your Hebrew Israelite nonsense. You dress up in your Batman and Robin clothes, your costumes, and you lie to the people on the 4th of July. 100 years and no independent nation. 100 years and you barely got a grocery store. 100 years you don't have a school system. 100 years you don't have nothing. And you dare come out of your mouth and call what we bring nonsense. Give us millions of dollars. Give us your time and your labor. And if we cannot give you something in return, then you can say the same thing about us, that we're a bunch of losers, a bunch of failures like you are. And the sad thing about it, you're not producing a damn thing, and you still believe people should support you and keep giving you millions and millions of dollars. The people are damn fools. You're stupid. So I will keep spilling my nonsense so that some of us don't get caught up in the real nonsense. If you can't produce, sit your happy ass down. And you can't produce. The people have gave you millions of dollars, thousands of dollars, their time and their labor, and you have produced absolutely nothing except running your mouth, talk about woulda, shoulda, coulda. If it wasn't for the white man, that's y'all famous line. If it wasn't for the white man, if it wasn't for the black woman, she's on the side of the white man, and the excuses go on and on and on. A bunch of excuse makers, a bunch of losers. So yes, I will happily, with great pride and confidence, continue to spill my nonsense. But at least I can sleep good at night, Because I know I have not taken millions of dollars. I have not given the people false promises and selling them false hopes and dreams. The real pipe dream. I can sleep good at night or during the day. I have not robbed. I have not lied. I have not deceived. I have not been proven incompetent. So I'll be happy to spill my nonsense. You should be shamed to continue to spill yours. Because time has shown, and it is a proven fact, that you're losers. You don't want to come for me. Keep your happy ass over there with your thousands of dumbass followers and subscribers. Stay with them. Don't you dare step over here. Because your nonsense is not acceptable here. This is the 4th of July. This is the day whereas this nation that was created for Caucasian people, that's the reality of it. We's all American. The nation was created for white people. It was not created for the Native American or the black slave or the Mexican or the Asian. The forefathers of this nation did not die for that. They died for white people. Those coming from their motherland and other places, from Europe. They bled and they died and they sacrificed for them. And if you want to come here and be part of them, then you bow down to me. The white man is the alpha male here. Nobody else. I don't give a damn, Kevin Samuels, if you are a high value man. Sit your high value ass down, because the alpha male, when he comes, you better sit your ass down. In wolf society, when the dominant male comes, you got to sniff his ass. And that's what all of us have become, ass sniffers. So when the dominant male comes, we sniff his ass. It was some Moorish brothers, all dressed up in army fatigues and whatever, on their way to the state of Maine for training. Training to do, I don't know what type of training it is. They pull over to the side of the road to put some gas in their vehicles, and the alpha male says, hey, what's up with this? They shut down the north and the southbound lanes of I-95 and make a big deal out of something they could have dealt with in a few minutes, but they need to show you when you get out of line. I'm the alpha male here, damn it. I don't give a damn about the Civil Rights Bill. I don't give a damn about George Floyd. I don't give a damn that we just celebrate Dr. King's birthday. Damn it, I'm the male here. I'm the alpha male here. They round the beta males up, these Moors, whatever they are, high-rise Moors. Now you low-rise in the white man's jail. Trying to prove, you act like you run something. You act like you have some kind of power. You and I are beta males in this society. That's the reality of it. And they will show you. And when it's all said and done, you have no power. They will put you in a damn grave or behind bars the rest of your life. I'm the alpha male here. There is no other alpha male. There is no other high value man here. If it's not the white man, I don't give a damn what you think. I don't give a damn about what your potential is. I run this country. Don't you forget that, nigga. Or whatever else trash you think you are. Now, of course, with political correctness, some of them will not talk to you that way. They will show you, but they're not going to talk that way. So all these Moorish brothers with weapons didn't fire a shot, running their mouth talking about the law they did not make, on their way to jail, and may also end up in prison. And all their guns and all their vehicles, all their property is going to the state. Also, what might happen, they will find out where all these Moors live, and they will raid their homes and take stuff and terrorize their family. I know from personal experience. I know. I know. Some of us get big and bad. We want to get tough with the white man. In wolf society, the alpha male will let the beta male, they let them run a little bit. But then when he gets sick of it, he go put them in their place. And this white man, who is the alpha male here, he may let you fly a little bit. And then you want to get all huffy puffy like you got some kind of power. I will blow your brains out. They've done it countless times. I will blow your house up. I will destroy, I will kill you and put you in mass graves. You have no power. You don't have a pot to piss in. The only thing you can do is die. That's all you can do. I hear all this huffy puffy talk. I'm going to fight the white man and all that. You ain't going to do a damn thing. You don't have no tanks. You have no nuclear weapons. You don't even have unity. You don't have a damn thing. The only thing you can do is die. And then, if they want to, when your dumb ass is in the grave, they'll go rape your mama and your children. You're nothing. You're not. You have nothing. You make yourself feel good like you on some kind of even playing field. You nowhere near. Happy 4th of July. You're still a damn slave. You're a slave. And a good damn slave. There are a lot of those who don't want to hear this. Go away. All that feel good stuff. Think you big and bad. You're not in a position to challenge this alpha male. Nowhere close. The only thing you can do is die. And they cut your body into bits and pieces and throw you out into the cornfield so you can help fertilize the corn. You're not big and bad. If you was big and bad, you wouldn't be living in the United States of America. And wherever you go, there's always going to be another male to challenge you. You think you're going to go to Africa and be an alpha male? You're going to go to Africa and be a beta male. Bow down, suck my toes, lick my backside. Those of you who want to go to Africa, nothing's going to change except the ass that you sniff gonna look like yours, a black ass. You went from sniffing white ass to black ass sniffers. You are a beta male. Happy 4th of July. So the 4th of July is the celebration of the freedom of this alpha male in this country. He had to die. He had to sacrifice. He had to fight his own mother, Mother England, in order to gain his freedom. So he earned the right. And he put dark-skinned people into his service, along with natives. And he took this land. He beat up the bears. He beat up the possums. He beat up the Native American people. He beat up the bisons and the mosquitoes. Anything that was in his way. King Kong ain't got a damn thing on me. And he pumped his chest. Bring Godzilla. He whooped the river and the mountains. I run this. And he earned his freedom, because freedom is not free. And so while the alpha male of this nation was gaining his freedom, he was taking the freedom from others. The natives that was here and the dark slaves. So with his freedom came bondage for others. July 4th, 1930, according to the teachings of the Nation of Islam, where I am from, that's where I come from. July 4th, 1930, the Nation of Islam celebrates July 4th, 1930 for a different reason. God came to us in the person of Master Farah Muhammad to bring a message to the black man and woman of America so that you can gain your freedom. So it was not a coincidence that God came to us on the same day that our enemy celebrates his freedom. However, there's a difference here. The alpha male, the white man of this nation, had to sacrifice, had to die in order to gain his freedom, because freedom is not free. But for some reason, God comes to us July 4th, 1930, which is the end of the white man's rule and domination. The freedom to the black man, you don't have to do a damn thing except basically sit on your ass and worship God. God is going to do your fighting for you, I assume. There's no fight for you. You don't have to fight the white man. You don't have to fight mosquitoes. You don't have to fight the bear. You don't have to move rivers. Sit on your ass. All praise is due to Allah for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And your freedom is given to you by God. And then you wonder why you're not free. Because freedom is not free. It is a responsibility, and there's a price to pay for freedom. Didn't your God tell you that? Because according to the teachings, I don't remember never reading where Master Farad Muhammad was going to fight for your freedom and die or kill the white man. Now, however, in the teachings, one day, it does not say when, one day the mother plane is supposed to come out the sky and drop bombs on America and all this stuff. Now, what is messed up is that in the meantime, instead of preparing for that great day of separation, those in the Nation of Islam is trying to live a happy life, find you a wife and get married, become a capitalist, make you some money in the stock market and whatever. If God is telling you that I am against America and America is falling and America is my enemy and I want you out, why are you investing in something that you believe is getting ready to fall, something that's getting ready to be destroyed? That's just like if I invested in a car that the Deacons was buying, knowing somebody was getting ready to blow it up, and we didn't have any insurance. It doesn't make any sense. But that's the teachings of the Nation of Islam. You're talking about this country is falling and it's going to be destroyed, but at the same time, they are investing into their oppression. George Washington and the forefathers of this nation was not investing with their enemy. They was doing everything they can to fight their enemy. Matter of fact, they had to fight the mother country 2 times. And they also had to fight somebody that was their ally that helped them against Britain, which was France. They had to fight France too. They had to kick ass on a continuous basis. People died. There was great bloodshed, great destruction. The only thing we as African Americans in this country, the only thing we have done is died. And our dying and our suffering has not gained us Nothing. Except the alpha people in charge, they tolerate our being here. And they have the power, contrary to popular belief. They have the power. And if the right time comes, they're going to throw you out of here. And you can go to Africa or you can go to wherever you want to. You got to go somewhere, but you ain't going to be here. There was a scene in Roots at Kunta Kinte had got loose from his shackles. And Fiddler caught him. He had got some food from the kitchen. La 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 la. He opened the door. Hey, look what I got. Hey, look what I got from the kitchen. Toby, look, he looked, and Kunta Kinte is holding the chains. And Fiddler was like, God, you mother, God damn it. What's wrong, Fiddler? You done messed up. I'm tired of being a slave, Fiddler. What about me? What about me? Look at God. Because Fiddler was responsible for Kunta Kinte. And now Massa is going to blame Fiddler for what Kunta Kinte has done. Damn it, boy. Now I'm gonna get the bad food. I'm gonna be sleeping on the damn mud floor. Damn it, boy, look, you done messed my life. But Fiddler, Fiddler, I don't want to be slave, Fiddler. Damn. I want to be free, Fiddler. African not supposed to be slave, Fiddler. Supposed to be free. You want me to stay, Fiddler? No, you can't. No, hell no. You can't stay. You got to run now. Go, boy. Here, look. Here. Go. I'm sorry. I know you sorry. Go. And Fiddler is like, I don't know what is this freedom? Because Fiddler never known freedom. The only thing Fiddler ever known was being a slave. What the hell, Kunta? What the hell? What the hell is this freedom that you willing to go through all this trouble? I don't understand. See, this is what a lot of us don't understand. If our ancestors, those who we come from, if they understood what freedom was, you would see them run away and act a fool so much, they couldn't even be a slave. They didn't know what it was. They don't know what it is. So Kunta don't give a damn. I got to get the hell out of here. Because Kunta was born free. So he know what freedom is. It ain't right, Fiddler. It ain't right for African to be a slave, Fiddler. Go, boy, get out of here. Twin, soul brother, y'all get the hell out of here. Damn it. I was gonna get some good biscuits tonight. Now you done messed me up. Y'all get the hell out of here. Roll out. Fiddler didn't know what slavery or freedom was. That Kunta Kinte willing to give his life, risk his life for this freedom stuff. What is that? Do you know why they don't want to come here to the Realities Temple? Do you know why they stay away? Do you know why they don't like Angel Step number 7? I have not done nothing to these people. But I represent something they don't understand. I represent freedom. They don't understand. Not only physical freedom, but I am free your mind. Your mind. 1000% liberation of the mind. They don't understand. They cannot comprehend. When you come to this channel, they don't understand when we say African not supposed to be slave filler. They don't understand. You would think that these Pan-Africans and these pro-blacks and Hebrew Israelites and 5% nation, you would think they would understand what freedom is, but they don't. If they understood what freedom is, then they would understand the importance of what we call black unity. But they don't give a damn about black unity. They just want to move on up to those duplex apartments in the sky because I'm moving on up in the white man society. That's their idea of freedom. They don't know what it is. George Jefferson and Weezy moved on up to get their piece of the pie. And George Jefferson opened up a multi-million-dollar laundry business. But he don't make the washers and dryers. He don't make the cars. He don't make the electricity and the gas or bring the water into his buildings. He don't make the laws or the policy. He don't control a damn thing. His freedom is dictated by what somebody else say you can and cannot do because you really still are a slave. And since you are a slave, you have no say-so in your life because you're a slave. You belong to somebody else. You're somebody else's property. So you have all these blackity black on the black type folks. And they are nothing but pro-black fiddlers. They are not Kunta Kinte because they've never been free. They have no idea of what it is. The only thing they can do, it makes them feel good to talk about it. That's all. They don't know what it is. Because if they really knew what it was, we would have civil war in this country. All over this nation. Civil war until we get ours. Willing to die, sacrifice, whatever it is. You don't have to respect me. You don't have to like me, but you're going to give me mine, bastard. But they don't have that. They're not willing to, because they don't know what freedom is. As long as they can get some bottled water, as long as they can get between somebody's legs and get drunk, smoke weed, play on Facebook, YouTube, their pro-black happy ass is fine. They don't come here because you got to get real. You know why? Because African ain't supposed to be slaves, fella. I'm not playing games. I've been this way all my life. Since I was a child. I don't even know where it come from. I should be just like you. Happy with some biscuits and chicken. I should be just like you. Happy with your degree on the wall. Happy because somebody gave you some booty. I should be just like all of you. So today is Independence Day. And God came to us in the person of Master Farah Muhammad, July 4th, 1930. God himself, not a messenger. But then he left, and God left a messenger and a prophet in the person of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I am bold enough to say that I also, if I want to, I can claim to be a messenger of God. I'm bold enough to say I am a prophet of God, and I was raised by God. I'm bold enough to say that because I fit the same qualities and the same criteria as any messenger or prophet of God. Now, if you study the scriptures, one of the recurring things in the stories when we talk about the prophets and the messengers of God, the messenger or the prophets of God are always sent to the downtrodden, sent to the oppressed, never to the rich, never to the middle class, always to the oppressed, the downtrodden. This is whom God targets. These are the ones that God calls his chosen people, not the rich, not the middle class, not the comfortable, not those in power. The nothing people are the ones that the God says, these are my children. And now I want to take my children out of that condition. So I'm going to send a prophet or messenger to them. So that prophet and messenger can give them the wisdom, give them the plan on how to come up out of her. Hey, Sunshine. Sunshine says, when it comes to any religion, the honest truth is a man somewhere thought it up. The sense of God is created and interpreted by a man. The fact that most humans refer to God as a he is proof. That's right. It goes to further show, why can't I be a prophet of God? So, in the scriptures, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been a while since I've been reading my Quran. It's been a while since I've really read the Bible. I'm going by what I used to know. But to my knowledge, I've never read where no prophet, no messenger of God suggested to the people, I want you to integrate with your oppressor. Now, there are those on YouTube, and I agree with a lot of what they say when it comes to those brothers and sisters talking about, let's separate from the white man, let's go to Africa. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with somebody wanting to go back to Africa. There's nothing wrong with that. What the problem is, we're not looking at things realistically. That's the problem. The problem is, I want to get free, but I don't know what to do. It is natural when you are in an oppressive situation. It is natural when somebody's trying to cause you harm that you want to separate. You want to get away from them. There's nothing wrong with that. You should be ashamed of yourself trying to make mockery of people who are acting naturally. You're trying to hurt me. Now, using their logic, if you are a woman in an abusive relationship, using their logic, they're going to tell you, you need to stay and keep getting your ass whooped and your children molested. It's all going to work out some kind of way. Using their logic. Using their logic, if you're walking down the street and a dog jumped the fence, all dogs aren't the same. You're supposed to just stay there and wait till that dog get up on you to see whether that dog is going to bite you or not. You're not supposed to have common sense and understand it's time for you to run away from something that's going to cause you harm. So your logic doesn't make any sense. It is natural. And according to religious teachings, God never sent a prophet or a messenger to the people to tell the people, I want you to integrate into your oppressive society. I want you to keep working hard and keep making them stronger and whatever. God never sent a prophet to do that. God sends the prophet and the messenger to bring the message to the people, and to the enemy, we want separation. Moses did not come or go to Pharaoh talking about we want equal rights. Moses went to Pharaoh, I want to get out of here. Leave us the hell alone. And if you don't leave us alone, God gonna deal with you. Moses did not go to Pharaoh talking about, I want a civil rights bill. Can you give us affirmative action? Moses went to Pharaoh, let my people go. That's what a free people do. I don't know what's going to happen once I get out of here, but God is telling us we got to leave. We got to leave. We got to go. You have those. You have those who take advantage of our sincerity. And they sell you false hopes and dreams. It's just like people that will tell you, if you give me $500, I can make you the next Michael Jackson. I can make you the next Denzel Washington. I can make you the next Tyra Banks. I can make you the next Invo. They take your money, taking advantage because you have this dream. And that's what you see out on YouTube. People just selling you false hopes and dreams. People that's just talking about male-female relationships to keep you caught up in bull doo-doo that don't mean a damn thing because you're not free. And you're not concentrating on liberation. You're not concentrating on what being free. Your mind is scattered everywhere except on how the hell I'm going to get out of jail. And people come to me and tell me I should talk about this subject and that. Look, I don't want to. The only subject I want to talk about, I want to get out of jail. That's y'all damn problem. You don't concentrate on nothing. You claim you want liberation. You claim you want to be free. But you want to do everything except that. Because it's too damn hard. You don't want to make the sacrifice. You don't want to suffer and possibly die. Lord knows we don't want to die. That's a scary thing to die. Let me just come listen to some preachers. Let me listen to the Honorable Minister Farrakhan, his beautiful speech and whatever. Let me pretend I want to be free. I don't talk about all this other stuff because it does nothing to help me get out of jail. It does nothing to help me become liberated and free. That's why I don't talk about it. It means nothing. It does nothing to help me open the door to get out of jail. You have a group of people that tell us that we need to find some kind of way to integrate with our oppressor, but at the same time, these people separated from England and they went to war with England to stay separated. That's what they done. And you telling us that we should be comfortable and la-di-da and integrate. We should not act as a free people and seek separation or isolation from those who cause us harm. And they say this because they never been free. Phyllis said, what is this? What is it? What is freedom? He don't know. Those who try to make mockery of those who want to go to Africa, those who want to separate, what do they offer? Except being a good slave, good nigger. That's what they offer. Because they still a slave. Because a free person, a free people cannot tolerate being oppressed. This is why they are celebrating the 4th of July, because they couldn't tolerate being oppressed. It is natural to want to get away and separate from anybody or anything that cause you harm. When that nuclear reactor went crazy over there in Russia, did people try to live there? Hell no. They got the hell away from that place. Nuclear radiation. And right now, after all these years later, Nobody still has moved back there. The deer is back, the plants is back, all that stuff is back, but people say, hell no. Just the thought of all that radiation, hell no. But you got a group, or you have a group of people here, you have the nerve to laugh at folks because they want to separate from that which caused them harm. And even your doctor would tell you, you need to separate yourself from all that sugar, otherwise you get sugar diabetes. You need to separate yourself from all that pork. It's clogging up all your arteries. You have a heart attack. You need to separate yourself from that which does and cause you harm. There's nothing wrong with separation. When a man and a woman or whatever in these days and times, if you are married and you can no longer get along or whatever, there's nothing wrong with separation. It's called divorce. Because if you stay together, somebody might end up dead. And in our situation, we always end up dead. George Floyd, Tamir Rice, Eric Garner, Sandra Bland, the list goes on and on. Because we are in a relationship that we shouldn't be in, and we end up dead. How can I be a prophet of God? Can I explain this in the next 20, 30 minutes? Can y'all hang with me that long? me and my nonsense. There's two reasons why I can qualify to be a prophet or messenger of God. One, God used who he pleases. Where does it say in the Quran? Where does it say in the Bible or any holy book that a person that does not subscribe to these religious teachings, they cannot be used by God for what he wants them to do? Where does it say that? Where does it say I got to believe in Jesus in order to be a messenger or prophet of God? It says in religious texts that God used who he pleases, including the devil himself. To my knowledge, I've never read, I've never heard where it says that a person who does not affiliate themselves with one of these major religions, Christianity, Judaism, or Islam or whatever, or any religion, why they can't be a prophet or a messenger of God. Where is it written? Put it in the chat room. Show me the verse. Show me the chapter. Matter of fact, when you look at somebody like Prophet Muhammad, there was no Islam before Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad is the one who brought the Islam to the Arabs. So he wasn't a believer in Allah because he didn't know a damn thing about Allah until it was revealed to him. There was no Christianity until Jesus came into the revelation of that. He wasn't a believer. There was no Christianity. So these prophets, these messengers, wasn't even associated with a religion prior to their revelations. If I'm incorrect, put in the chat room. Number 2 reason why I can be a prophet or a messenger of God. Because according to you, those who believe in the scriptures, I am a child of God. So why can't God use me like he used other children? I'm a child of God just like everybody else. So you tell me, based on the fact that I am a child of God, based on the fact that there's nowhere that I know of in religious teachings where it says that you have to be a believer in some kind of God in order to be chosen by God to be his prophet or his messenger. Please put in the chat room. Please teach us. When we come into this world from our mother's womb, we know nothing. You don't know nothing. Some of you may claim self-discovery, which is very rare. Everything that we know and the person that we become is based upon our interaction in our environment once we get here. It's very rare that we discover things on our own. The reason why you speak English is because your mother and father in the community speak English. The reason why you eat apples, because your mother, father, and people around you eat apples. If you was born in a country and they eat rats for dinner, you be eating rats. And they do. It's people around the world that eat rats for dinner. But if they was born here, they wouldn't. Because here, we just don't do that. Some of us. I can't speak for everybody. Some of us might eat a rat or two. I mean, food is food. A rat might be disgusting to you, but it's an everyday thing for somebody else around the earth. Food is food. People eat rats, they eat cats, they eat dogs, they eat spiders, they eat grasshoppers, they eat ants, all kinds, worms, snakes, all over the world. Hey, that's funny. That's the thing about a human being. The reason why human beings are all over the earth the way we are is because of our ability to adapt, and we can eat almost anything. You cannot make mockery of what other people eat where they live, because that's how they survive, where they live. And actually how Americans eat in this country, we eat a commercial diet. That's what we eat. We eat the things that the government and the business of commercialization dictate for us to eat. There was a time in this nation where you would go out and hunt and shoot a deer, shoot rabbits. They ate raccoons, blah, blah, blah. Now you go to the store, hamburger, chicken wings. It's the same stuff, the norm. And you find, some of us find deer and raccoons and possums and groundhogs, whatever. Oh, that's disgusting. That's what this country, that's what they lived on for hundreds of years in this nation and the Native American people. But now you have become commercialized. You and I, we are domesticated. And the killer thing is that folks run around here talking about, I'm a vegetarian and I'm a pescatarian. You are commercialized. They got folks all pumped up like that's the way to go. That's the natural way. We will never know what the natural way is because we wasn't there in the beginning. There was nobody that reported nothing from the beginnings of human life. You don't know what the natural way is because if being a vegetarian was the natural way, how the hell could human beings survive where there's no vegetation? In the desert, there's very little vegetation. Where in the Antarctic, very little vegetation. And those people who live there doing just fine. They don't complain about cancer and diabetes and whatever. See, again, our minds is all messed up. We don't know. We don't know. We just out here drifting. Like Sister Karen always say, throwing something against the wall, hoping something will stick. Something to make us feel good about ourselves, because you know you're a damn slave, and I want to feel I'm better. I'm a vegetarian. I'm not like the rest of the slaves. I'm a Muslim. I'm better than the rest of the slaves. I'm pro-black. I don't love them honkies like the rest of the slaves. Sister Sunshine says, we laugh at others eating grubs and insects, but here in the United States, cows are far worse than any grub. Grubs in a tree are full of nutrients, but the cow is abused and the veggies have pesticides. All righty then, okay. Y'all can also donate to the channel if you want to. You can take the suggestion by our sister Nana, if you want to. But if you notice, I really don't even stress PayPal and Cash Out. I would bring my video on, put it on, and I don't push to get to my Cash Out, donate to the channel, blah, blah. I don't even feel right doing it. Because if you really want to help, if you really want to do something, I shouldn't have to beg you to do a damn thing. You happily, well, they beg you. Donate to my cash. They always donate to my Cash Out. Gimme, gimme, gimme. They always do that. And they make you feel good, so you go in your pocket and send them damn beggars that's not going to never give you nothing, your few dimes and dollars, because they made you feel good. Paying a prostitute. It's prostitution. That's what it is. So like I said, all my life, I've been the way I've been. I don't know why. I don't know why. Because the first thing that I was attracted to in my life was entertainment. I wanted to act. I wanted to write songs. I wanted to make movies. That's what I loved when I was a child. I wanted to create superheroes. That's what I wanted to do. But then I was introduced to the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, and I discovered that my people was under attack. I was born during the last, on the end of Jim Crow. The colored only signs was still up. I actually was born on a plantation. I just learned that I was born on a slave plantation. I thought it was a town. And one of my relatives said, no, that's a plantation. That was a slave plantation. I'm like, wow. I was born on a slave plantation. And then I learned the evil. Then I learned about the evil that was going on against my people. And that triggered something. Here I am, a little boy, a scary little boy. I've told you how I was bullied for a long time in my life. But I did not run from Jim Crow. I didn't run from Jim Crow. I protested against Jim Crow at my school as a little boy by myself, no adults, no other children. When I was growing up, and Sister Ann can testify, when I was growing up, it was mandatory that you pledge allegiance to the flag. I refused by myself. Out of all the 400 students that was at the school, I was the only one said to hell with the flag. I would not pledge allegiance to the flag. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Now, the sad thing about all this, see, Sister Ann, she had to go through that too. She said she refused also. Now, see, the sad thing about all this, I'm worried about our people, that the people that I come from, but at the same time, they wouldn't fight the white man, but they would make mockery of my skin color because I was too black for a lot of them. Wow. That's what I had to put up with. How can you love, how can you want to fight for somebody who make mockery of you? And what make it so bad, some of these people was just as black or blacker, darker than I was. That's what you call self-hatred. They was causing me more harm than the Peckerwoods in Jim Crow was. Even to this day, I don't get attacked. I don't get made mockery of by white folks. It's other Negro trash that make mockery. One person called me a black bastard and tried to justify. You cannot justify. These people are fake and frauds and phonies. Bastard is the noun. Black is the adjective to describe the noun. And you using the adjective in a positive way or a negative way. They're using it because black in this case is negative, because black is negative to them. They don't love black. You'll never, there's no video, you'll never hear me talk about somebody that's dark-skinned in a bad manner. I would even go to say that I learned something from Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor said, he said, y'all calling me a coon and a Sambo, those are white people words from racists. And I thought about it. He's right. That's where that come from. Uncle Tom, Sambo, coon. He's right. That's where it come from. So now I make up my own words. You a sewer rat. You a piece of trash. I'm not going to use the words of my oppressor. But they do, because that's who they are. They are the oppressor with black face. Racist in training. Racist in training. I say, and I will make the claim, that I am a prophet or messenger just as much as anybody else that make the claim. So I was Christian, like many of you. And I was Muslim, I was pro-black, like many of you. And God raised me up where I love my people despite their ugliness. And I was tested on that. And I passed the test. When I was a little boy, one of my mother's friends was helping me dress to go to church. And she called me the little preacher. I didn't even know what a preacher was. Even though I went to church, I still didn't know I didn't know what a preacher was. But I will remember that. And as I got older, I began to understand that would become part of me. So God is raising me to be this messenger, to be this preacher. But I'm not going to be like the rest of what we used to seeing. You know why? Because they failed. Prophet Muhammad failed. Jesus failed. Noah failed. All these modern prophets and whoever, they failures. With all these mosques and synagogues and churches on the street, look at the earth. They have failed the Creator. The Hebrew Israelites have failed. The Muslims have failed. All of you have failed. So in the infinite wisdom of God, since those who believe in me, those who believe in God, they fail. Let me raise up among the people somebody void who actually will speak against me, void of religion, void of all the spookism and spirituality. That's what I'm going to raise. Because the ones that's spooky and spiritual, you keep failing God. You are failures. Don't blame me, blame yourself. You have failed God. You have not brought heaven on earth. You have failed the oppressed. Matter of fact, Many of these have sold out the oppressed for pieces of silver. It's all about money. It's all about praise. It's all about booty. You betrayed God. But I'm not done with you, because the way you are like them. So I'm going to get you caught up in the criminal justice system that clean you up. I'm going to put you through the fire. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm going to put you through the fire. I'm going to burn you. I'm going to burn you and clean you up. I'm going to take all that stuff out of your mind, and I'm going to erase all of it. Start you from scratch. Cause your brain to start thinking, because you're not a child no more. Now you're a grown adult with a grown brain, with an adult mind. And you're going to see things for what they are. Wow. See, why can't I be a messenger? Why can't I be a prophet? I'm going to reveal to you what I revealed to them. And you're going to have the same assignment that I gave to them. And the assignment is separate my people from the wicked. The assignment is to teach them that they need to be a righteous people. Ain't nothing changed. Where does it say that I have to believe in God? I can't be righteous. Where does it say that? Does not say that. You can be righteous and you don't have to believe in no God and no religion. I'm going to take that, I'm going to take all that pro-blackness stuff out of you, because that served its time. It's no longer needed, because you're more than your skin color. You're more than melanin. You're going to learn how to be a human being again. You're going to learn how to be God. And God don't give a damn about skin color. God is beyond skin color. God is beyond melanin. They got you trapped. You hold on to this black stuff and Pan-African stuff, the blackness. Black is a shackle. How many of you ever been in shackles? I have. Unfortunately, I have. What happens to you when you are in shackles? Shackles limit your movement. You can't run. You shackled. There's only so much you can do, because you are in bondage. So black is a shackle. It can only take you so far. You can only move so much. And you're melanated, and you're aboriginal, and all this other stuff. You put yourself in a shackle. You can't move. You only can go so far. You limited in what you can do in shackles. So I was put in a situation to take them, to get the shackles off. All that black stuff that I was taught. Slavery. The shackles on the mind. All those things. religion, spirituality, pro-blackness, all that stuff. Shackles. I'm going to get all that out of you. I'm getting it all out of you. And I want you to separate from your enemies. And I'm going to show you how to do it. In the Nation of Islam, they say that you have to be fast-moving, quick-thinking, right down to the modern time. How are you fast-moving, quick-thinking, right down to the modern time when you're still talking about what happened in 1930? What happened 6 million years ago? And all this kind of stuff. That's not the modern time. The modern day shackles. The shackles from 1865, the shackles from 1555 cannot do you no harm. It's the modern day shackles that you got to remove. Some of the shackles you put on yourself voluntarily because you thought that was a good thing to do. But the God is raising up a prophet. The God is raising up a messenger to show you that you're still in bondage. So I'm like the Noah that built the ark. And Noah went out to the people, hey, rain is coming. We need to build this ark and save ourselves. And the people laughed. So the ark is Mississippi campaign. And we come out to the people. We need to build this ark. We need to build this safe haven. So when the rain comes, we can save ourselves. And what do? They laugh. That's a pipe dream. The same way they did Noah. Why I can't be a prophet? The ark is Mississippi campaign. Get on the ark. The rain is coming. That's a pipe dream. How you know? The same way, the same thing where they did Noah in the scriptures. The same thing. One of the missions of the messengers and the prophets is to guide the people to the promised land. And I'm telling you, you get on this boat, you get on this ark, and after the rain, you'll float and be taken to that promise, that land that the God promised you for keeping his laws, his statutes. Now, the only difference in my being a messenger or a prophet is I'm not going to tell you you're going to go to hell. You're going to get punished. That's not necessary. Because God gives you free will. You make the right choice, you get the right reward. You make the wrong choice, you get what you asked for. So the prophet is asking you, the rain is coming, get on board this ark. Build this safe haven for yourself. They laughed. That's what they did. So during Noah's time, very few did anything. they was wiped out. So you do not hurt me when you call Mississippi campaign a pipe dream. You don't hurt me if you don't do nothing to help. You don't hurt me at all. When the rain comes, and it's gonna come, and I'm not talking about physical rain, it's gonna come. You're gonna wish, because there's nothing else that nobody has that can put you in a position to give you some power so that you can defend yourself and put yourself in a position where you can defend yourself against all this evil that you are surrounded by. The only thing you can do is die, like we was talking about earlier. Whenever other people decide it's your time to die, then you die. Taking another advertising break by our sister Ann X, Nana Ann, and she says, give or donate. Cash App Angel Snup 7 if you want. It's all great. It's all good. We're almost done here, and we're going to go to our next comment here by our sister Sunshine. She says, so brother, I find it interesting that no one was speaking about Mississippi until Brother Seven started his campaign. But then all of a sudden, right, all of a sudden I have seen commercials and other stuff about this state. I'm telling you, it's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. And like what Minister Farrakhan used to say back in the day, heed the call, y'all. It's easy to tell. White man heaven is a black man's hell. Heed the call. This is the final call. But that's on you. You don't hurt me. You do not hurt me at all. What did they say about Jesus? He come unto his own, and his own receive him not. I'm going to say this in my conclusion. You talk about Marcus Garvey. May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace, Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey was a Jamaican. Master Farad Muhammad came from Mecca or Pakistan, wherever he come from, to teach Elijah Muhammad. But he's not us. Marcus Garvey was not born. He's not an American Negro. Master Farad Muhammad is not an American Negro. Noble Drew Ali went outside of America and got taught or whatever and came back. So his teachings and whatever he got still come from a foreign source. Why can't God give us our own? I don't want to be the children of Israel. We are not the children of Israel. We are the American Negro or the African American or whatever. I'm telling you that God has given you your own. Love Marcus Garvey. I want my own. I love what Master Farad Muhammad did. I want my own. So God has given you your own. When you come to this channel, you're hearing things that you don't get from nowhere else, because God has raised up a prophet and a messenger from you, out of you. There's no doubt. I am an American Negro. I was born in Mississippi. My mama is an American Negro. My father is an American Negro. There's nothing foreign, because God came himself, put himself in us and raised in you, for you. share nothing with nobody. And I call us the people of soul. It's us. It's us. Giving you new revelation, causing you to think differently than anybody on the planet. It's us. You trying to be these other people who are failures. All over the earth, they are failures. They are rebels against God. They're rebels against God. So now God has raised a prophet and a messenger among you because you're ready. And you reject the prophet, you reject the messenger, you reject the message because you want to be like them who are failures, who are rebellious against the God. If they was with God, we would be living on a planet that is in accord with righteousness and what is natural. We are surrounded by people who don't even know who the hell they are. They don't know whether they're male or female or anything. Run around here getting drunk, molesting children. This is what this world allows. Not only in America, but around the earth. God has come to take you out of it. To give you a new heaven and a new earth, and the former things shall pass away. God don't want you to bring all this other stuff into the new world. Nothing has changed for you because you are just like them. You're just like the white man. You're just like them corrupt ass Africans. You're just like them corrupt ass Asians. You're just like the rest of the filth and the unrighteous garbage on the planet. That's why nothing has changed for you. And you claim that you know God. I don't think. You don't know God like you think or what you claim. I don't even understand really what's going on. But by using this religious spiritual logic, I can see some things. Because I fall right into the same place as the prophets and the messengers. I'm the same way. I'm going to the government. Let my people go. It's time for separation. It's time for you to get righteous. I'm taking you to the promised land. It's time. But you got to clean. You got to clean yourself up. You got to get right. You claim that you are on God's side. Well, if you was on God's side, you would be right here building this ark, building this boat. If you really was with God. God uses whom he pleases. That's what you say. I don't mind. I don't mind being used by God. And I don't have to believe in God. Let's just do it. I don't have to claim God. Just do the work. Because y'all claiming God and don't have the work. You ain't doing a damn thing. So, it's up to you. Now everything is in place. It's your time. If you're smart as you claim. Your prophet from your womb. No foreigners. Right here. Your own book, your own knowledge, your own self. Right here, out of your womb. You want to be these other people who are failures. These other people who are rebels against God. They are rebels against Allah. They are rebels against Jesus. Just because you go to church, just because you alhamdulillah and all that old stuff every day, that don't mean that they with God. Actions speak louder than words. Brother told me the fruit don't fall too far from the tree. Look at the earth. Look at what this whole earth is influenced by the three major religions. Look what they have produced. You don't have to be part of that. It says in your scriptures, beware of the false prophets. They're not real. Sister Sunshine said, our people skip it, but the enemy is definitely watching channels like this one. I've been on YouTube since 2007. Over 100 channels terminated. They say I only get 10 views. I only have 10 subscribers, and I only average 10 views. So why is it necessary that Google, the corporation, actually gets involved, turn my channels down? Ain't nobody listening to me. So why is it necessary to keep tearing my channels down? That should tell you something. What is that from The Color Purple? God is trying to tell you something. God is trying to tell you something. We're the one. This is the one. We're the one. We are the real representatives of any God. We are the truth. We are the reality. And we have the real solution that we need your real help with in order for us to be successful, because it's not about us, it's about the we. Now, if we had a state like Mississippi, I'm going to say this, and we're going to call it a day. If we had a state functioning the way that we wanted, those brothers that was just arrested, those 11 Moors, Science Temple rising of the Moors, we would be there to help them. They would have a state and the power of a state to bargain and help them. But since they don't have no help, now they are helpless and they're going to be destroyed. Family terrorized. This is what I'm talking about. All this huffing and puffing, talking about what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a man. You ain't no damn man. You have no power. You like a deer that don't have any antlers. Where your antlers at? What you going to fight with? You going to fight a deer that got antlers that can poke you and mess you up. All that huffing and puffing don't mean nothing. And the other deer that has the antlers don't poke your eye out, poke you in the chin, poke you in your heart. What you trying to prove? I don't know, brother. I don't know why they going to Maine. But we know where they're going now. We know where they're going now. So, but again, that's their choice. As long as I'm alive, I would try to help us the best I can. But that's it. You cannot follow dead people. You have people in the Nation of Islam talking about, I follow Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad is dead. You cannot follow a dead man. You cannot follow Malcolm. You cannot follow Marcus Garvey. You cannot follow dead people. You cannot follow Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth. You cannot follow dead people. Duh! Elijah Muhammad is still alive. Out of sight, out of mind. Might as well be dead. So you're still in the same boat. And you still look stupid. And you cannot get nothing going because somebody that is absent cannot help you. Somebody who is dead cannot help you. You are in bad shape. You have the wisdom. You have everything that has been revealed to you through a new modern day prophet, because God does not change. If God sent a prophet in 1930, if God sent a prophet 5,000 years ago, why God cannot send a prophet right now? But why you? Why was it Prophet Muhammad? Why was it Jesus? Why was it Elijah Muhammad? Who knows why? The important thing is the message. And if you listen to the message is good for you. I want to be a righteous person, not because I want to go to heaven. I want to get some kind of reward. I want to be a righteous person because that's good for me. That's good for my life. If I get a reward, that's nice. Being a righteous person. Your problem is y'all so caught up in all this filth and the money and the booty and all this stuff. You caught up in the devil's world. That's your problem. And you don't know what freedom is. Because if you really knew what freedom was, you'd be willing to die. Even if you have to go extinct, you're willing to die for it. But you caught up in the devil's world. And you want to be like them. You want to be like Mike. That's your problem. Let me say this comment, and let's gonna get out of here. Very true, says our sister Sunshine. You must think for yourself, then act accordingly. As far as I see it, then answers and solutions to our situation is right in front of us. But we are filled with fear and have been pacified. Hey, nothing else left to say. That was a good comment to go out of here with. This is what your brain is for. You're not using your brain. You are allowing other people, whether it's the white man or dead folks, the books that you're reading, to do your thinking for you, when you, as a living person, you need to learn how to think for yourself. Think for yourself. Your brain was given to us to bring us the answers to our problems. Reading other books from other people, living or dead, is not going to help you at all. You have to learn how to analyze and reason and think for yourself. All that other stuff can help you, but it means nothing when you don't know how to use it for yourself. And the only thing you become is a damn plagiarist, a copycatter, a clone. You want to be a clone of some African, some clone of some people that you was reading about in the Bible. You just a clone. You're just a robot. You're just a puppet. We don't do that here. We are the original man here. How are you going to call yourself the original man and there's nothing you do, there's nothing you say that's original? You're trying to copy somebody. We don't do that here. This is the home of an original man. We do things for ourselves. We're fast moving, quick thinking, right down to the modern times. So with that said, I thank you so much for listening. Jot down your comments, subscribe, like. You can donate if you want to. If you haven't got our Sister Noble's book, God is on Trial, that's available. Subscribe to her channel. Let me see if I can look that up real quick. Oh, that's way. It's in the description box. I got a lot of comments here I got to go through. Subscribe to our brother Maurice Muhammad's channel. That should be in the description box also. And Dark Skin TV, our brother Taalik. And of course, Sister Karen. She's going to be doing her own channel in a little while here. She's been doing very good. Late night with Soul Sister Karen at 9:15 p.m. every Wednesday. 9:15 p.m. Central Time. Late night with Soul Sister Karen. Join her, doing her thing. And I hope that we take the words of Kunta Kinte. And Kunta Kinte told Fiddler, African not supposed to be slave, Fiddler. African not supposed to be slave, Fiddler. But it's hard for y'all to understand when you really don't know what freedom is. And we are like Fiddler. He don't understand what is this freedom? Why is he willing to do all this? That freedom must be some good stuff. It is. I really don't know myself. I've been a slave just like y'all all my life. But I can feel it. I know there's something way better than what we got. And just like our Sister Sunshine said, we're filled with fear. And we're pacified. These stories and all this feel-good rhetoric, it's pacified us where we're not willing to fight for that freedom. So with that said, Sister Sunshine said, great words, and we'll be ready to get those books on Wednesday. Can't wait to order them. Cool, cool, cool. And again, Late Night with Soul Sister Karen. Every Wednesday, 9:15 p.m. Central Time. Check our sister out. She got a lot of haters now. She's doing her thing. But I'm looking forward to joining her on her own channel when she get that together. So on that note, I'm Angel Snub Number 7. This is the Reality's Temple on Earth. And as always in parting, I wish us love, peace, and soul. We already 5,000.